Photo Diaries Podcast. I'm your host, Grace Costa, a commercial photographer of over 2 decades, a photo-based artist, and a photography mentor. This podcast opens up a secret diary about the world of the photography industry. We'll bring you inspiring interviews with industry professionals, as well as stories and tips to help you propel through your photography journey, whether you're just starting out or a seasoned pro. Thanks for joining me today. Now let's open the latest diary. Hi friends, welcome to the Photo Diaries Podcast. Thanks for joining me today. In this bonus episode, I am going to share with you a summary of my journey through the photography industry and how I got to where I am today. Obviously, the stories are very long, but in this little bonus episode, I'm going to just summarize it for you and give you a glimpse of who I am and my background as a photographer of over 2 decades. So I started my photography journey when I was 19 years of age. I studied an Advanced Diploma of commercial photography, which was 3 years training. And my first photography job came to me while I was studying, and I started photographing in a local portrait studio, babies and children. From there, I moved on to another portrait studio working in glamour and portrait photography, and then working for Kodak in their printing lab and selling digital cameras when digital was first coming out. So that was a really interesting transition for me because I started photography when we were still using film back in the year 2000. From there, I got the most amazing job, and that was a staff photographer at the Department of Defence in Australia. That meant I was a public affairs photographer. I was doing corporate events, ceremonies, military activities. So it was very military based, as well as public service corporate photography. There was a lot of branding photography in that, as well as media and internal communications. So that was a wonderful training ground for me. Even though I was trained commercially, this job gave me a lot more skill set that I could tackle any sort of environmental situation that was thrown my way. I was in that job over a decade. It was such a wonderful opportunity, and I got to do amazing things that you could never have imagined. So if you want to know more about my role as a defense photographer, you can send me a DM and I can share some stories about that. So then in 2019, I got a sense of bravery and I decided to jump ship and finally start my own business. And I've been working towards the growth of my business ever since as a commercial photographer, a photography mentor, and a photo-based artist exhibiting and selling my photographic work around Australia. So I have a lot of opportunities to share stories with you on this podcast, and I hope that you'll come along the journey with me and know that this podcast is for you. It's an open diary. There are no secrets held here. You can ask me any questions and get in touch with me and continue the conversations that we have through my Instagram, which is at Grace Costa Photographer. I encourage you to start conversations with me and build a relationship with me so that I can help serve you through this podcast and record episodes that you need help with in your photography journey. This podcast is designed for photographers at all skill levels to help you propel through your journey to becoming the photographer you desire to be. This is something I wish I had when I was coming through my photography training. It's just something I hope really helps you along the way. So come along the journey with me. I hope you enjoy the podcast as we grow over the coming years. All I'd love you to do is simply hit subscribe so you're notified of any new episodes that come out. And you can always share the episodes by screenshotting or using the links provided and share them on your Instagram stories so other people can see you are listening to this podcast. You could also share the podcast with other photographers in your network to help us grow and reach more people. So that's it for now, my friends. I look forward to speaking with you and connecting with you on the journey through the Photo Diaries podcast. I will catch you later. That's it for today's episode. If you found it valuable, I invite you to leave a review so more people can find this podcast, or simply subscribe to be notified when each new episode drops. Until next time, see you later.